Hello everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is Romer Reacts, where I react to patron-submitted videos that are sent in every week. If you want to send in your own videos, since people always ask every week and I always forget to say it, it's the second lowest tier on my Patreon at like €3 or $3. And basically I watch your videos. Usually the rule is a 10-minute limit and one video per person. There's one or two people here sending two this time, but I feel like because the videos were so short that I made an exception this time and they work together as what they are. But of course the rule is always like one per person. The first video is sent in by Poke Girl and is Danganronpa 3, the End of Hope's School Despair Arc official trailer. And there's two Danganronpa 3 End of Hope's School Despair Arc trailers. So let's actually get into this and see what this is all about. I tend to like stay away from like everything that's like not like directly like not interesting me. That's not the word for it.
Okay, let's see.
It's dubbed? It's dubbed?
We're a bunch of prodigies cherry-picked from across Japan. With talents like ours, we're all on easy.
Wait, so they're all in school together?
A lot of point in making friends, right?
I did not expect Chiaki to have like to make that sound ever in my life. Was that Soda? It's a prequel.
Excel at anything.
Wait, it's a prequel?
Sports or music. I'm just average.
Good. Stay
The
average.
skills you kids bring to the table is getting
There's some great design, like redesigns here for characters that are already existing. I really like them.
Bring down the whole place either way. The subject has decided to undergo the procedure. Ain't nothing good gonna come.
Yeah, I'll get out of here.
Artificial
Get out of here.
Yes, I've made my choice. I'll be their host.
So are people gonna die in this? Like, what's gonna happen? Because like, if it's a prequel, how are they gonna die? I guess like you can say they made a bunch of versions of those characters or whatever.
Righteous and bright and all that other BS.
The pink blood in Danganronpa is so cool.
Despair is more fun.
Ah, there's my girl. Is this new? Out on digital DVD. Wait, when is this? When did this release? Is this new? I'll check the date on the actual video itself. 6 years ago. Oh, it's definitely not new. It's definitely not new. But I didn't even know this existed. I think there also is like another trailer for this as well. Yeah, I didn't even know this existed at all. Again, when it comes to stuff I like, I tend to stay away from trailers after a while, I guess. But then again, like it's like also not stay away from trailers. I stay away from like the games unless like there's someone directing me towards it like this. So many times in the comment section, I've had people be like, "Did you know about Danganronpa Zeppity Bop?" And I'm like, "No, I never even heard of it." It's easier for you to curate stuff for me. Well, the other people are dying. Other people other than the characters in the game. Wait, is that Hero, but like dressed in a different way? Like he's like has his hair down? All is fair in hope and despair. These are different characters, but that looked like Hero to me, and that looked like Hajime.
Because it was no more than a game. In the real world, there are no rules.
They have to Mika in there. They have to introduce new characters though, because like a lot of these characters can't die. Danganronpa 3, the End Host Academy Future Arc. So this is like, it's out in digital, out in DVD. Unfortunately, the thing with the Funimation digital stuff, very simply put, you can't get the Funimation digital copies anymore. Apparently, if you bought digital copies of stuff on Funimation, it's how do I say it? It's like they're gone. You can't just obtain them again because like they got absorbed by Crunchyroll, which I think is very, very interesting and very funny at the same time, because like I never bought anything digitally on Funimation because I only got Funimation at the time because it was actually a pretty good deal, and they kept like pulling me back in. They were like, "We've upped the price of Funimation, so if you cancel your subscription now, when you come back, you're gonna have to pay the new price. But you if you keep your subscription, you pay the old price." And I kept my old subscription. Thanks for sending in, Poke Girl. I didn't even know that existed. I really did not. The next video sent in by Victoria and is Collected Miscellany. Child, the Foul Legacy. So this is obviously to do with Child, a character who we have like fallen in love with and had a very weird relationship with, because at first I was kind of like, you know, he's a bit weird. But once they explain his story, he's like much more likable.
Is a driving force within them.
And he's a tough guy. Like, he's tough as heck.
Concern themselves with clandestine operations.
Tartaglia is the sole exception. Rather than lure his enemies into a trap,
What does he do?
he prefers to face them head on.
Yeah, we saw that like when he was test with the other Fatui members, he was just like destroying them. And actually, we used him and he was actually very, very fun. The knives are a really good move. Like, I'd love to have him in a
His
team.
reputation precedes him. Child is known far and wide as a fearsome warrior, well versed in a variety of fighting forms. He can switch stances
Yep,
at will.
this is awesome. The knives are my favorite though. The knives are my favorite, for sure. I prefer the
When
knives.
Tartaglia is in your party, all characters' normal attacks gain 1 level,
What?
dealing increased damage as a result.
What?
Tartaglia
So
is
like,
weakest with a bow.
her mixed with,
So he
sorry,
chooses to use one precisely
her right
to
here, this girl,
overcome this weakness.
her mixed with,
His
him
normal
mixed
attack
with,
can combo up to 6
Eula would be
consecutive
fantastic.
shots. Charging the attack executes
I think
a
that'd be
more
really good.
precise shot that deals increased damage. While aiming,
Because you could like use that ability and like make Eula like physical. Because I use Eula's physical attacks a lot. Could you imagine like the combo of a superconducting,
the riptide status to them.
then use it like okay, hear me out.
When an enemy is affected
You
by
use,
riptide, further hits from Tartaglia's fully charged arrows
Kazua's
deal multiple
special
bouts
move.
of area of
Then you
effect
do
hydro
a electric move. Then you do the ice move with her. Or no, you do this move, then the electric move, then the ice move, and then superconduct, and then Oz can superconduct, and you'll have like a big swarm.
Unlocking the
That's what I think
tower
would happen
never
anyway.
ending extends the duration of Riptide.
Eula's my gal.
Faced with a strong foe,
He's awesome.
Tartaglia will reveal his true might. When he casts his elemental skill, he summons weaponry fashioned from pure hydro.
Whenever they explain these, I've seen one of these videos before for Gene. Whenever they talk about these videos, they make me feel like an idiot. Because like this guy makes, the narrator makes it sound like I'm pretty sure if he talked about Bennett now, he'd show me some about Bennett I didn't even know. He'd be like,
Charging the attack
Bennett can stomp on people's
stamina
ears.
and
You're like,
releases a
what?
2/slash flurry, dealing hydro damage. In melee
Yeah, it's
stance,
awesome.
when
The
Tartaglia strikes an enemy
melee
affected
moves with
by
the water
Riptide,
stuff is
he
great.
deals area of effect hydro damage.
It's really, really
Tartaglia
good.
exits melee stance when his elemental skill is cast again, or after a certain time has elapsed. He then returns to his ranged stance, and his elemental skill enters cooldown. The longer
He's awesome.
Tartaglia spends in melee stance, the longer the cooldown time. After unlocking the talent Sword of Torrents, when in melee stance, if Tartaglia deals a critical hit, the Riptide status is applied to the enemy. Depending on Tartaglia's stance,
Okay.
his elemental burst will unleash one of 2 different attacks.
Riptide!
In ranged stance,
That's a really,
Tartaglia swiftly fires a hydro-immune magic arrow ahead of him.
Imagine if that's fully leveled against some Abyss,
And also applies the
Abyss
Riptide
bunnies?
status to enemies. Afterwards,
Mages.
Tartaglia regains some of his spent energy.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Yeah, you shouldn't let your guard down, in
In
fairness.
melee stance, Tartaglia performs a slashing attack with a wide area of effect, dealing substantial hydro damage to all surrounding enemies. And if the elemental burst hits an enemy affected by Riptide, the Riptide effect will be consumed in a hydro explosion, which deals area of effect hydro damage.
Jesus, there's so much
Tartaglia
like
is a formidable
tiny
warrior
details to a
who lives
character,
for the
right?
heat of battle. He chooses his moments to attack and retreat.
Oh, the arrow going over his head. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick.
This is what makes him so powerful. Faced with a single opponent, start by firing at them from a distance to apply the Riptide status. Then, enter melee stance and go in for the kill.
That's awesome.
Use fast and frequent attacks to trigger Riptide effects.
This is like
and deal
literally
immense
like
damage.
gonna destroy this
Against
character.
groups of enemies, build up energy in advance. And
Oh, he's doing
unleash
commissions.
elemental burst in ranged
Defeat 8
stance.
opponents. He got it on his list. He saw it up on the top of the screen.
Then enter melee stance and attack the enemies affected by Riptide, hacking away at their health.
So sick.
While also restoring
Again, like we
Tartaglia's
tried this
health.
move out in the dungeon,
For an
and
opportune
our first instinct was like, you know, like for me, when a move is smooth, you can feel it right away.
Bringing the battle to a clear-cut conclusion.
Like it reminds me of when I first used Shao as well, like
Few
how
know
good it
where
is.
Tartaglia acquired his fighting skills before becoming a harbinger. Nor do many know where his lust for combat originates.
Smiling at the dinner
There is a
table. I want to
dangerous
kill.
secret to the martial legacy he inherits.
So he was watching us all this time.
But
Very,
it is
very
one
cool.
that even he himself does not fully understand. Since becoming a Fatui Harbinger, fighting for the Tsaritsa is his new motivation as a warrior. Child is the Tsaritsa's weapon of war.
They
and
made
he
this look way more
stands
epic
for
than
the
I did.
might
I was
of
running around the place
Sejnaya.
screaming.
An icy storm is starting to blow towards the other nations. Brace yourselves. Tevat is about to get cold.
He wouldn't have done this though. I don't think he would send a bunch of like flying monsters towards our humble Liyue harbor. I don't think that's the case at all. Yeah, it's crazy still that this game isn't on Xbox or anything like that. But I guess like actually, you know what? It's actually not that crazy. It's not that crazy whatsoever. And the reason I say it's not that crazy, is because Xbox actually has a very low install base when it comes to RPGs and stuff like that. Yeah. And like I said before as well, I just want to make it clear that it is one video per person, and I'm not, shaming the people that sent in the two. The reason that we allowed the second videos today, I just want to make it clear there's no favoritism going on or anything like that. Like they did make it clear that one person said, they tried to get something in, but they were too late by like a few minutes or something like that by the video being uploaded, and that kind of like bummed me out a little bit because they did pay their money and stuff like that. And the other one is really short as well, so it's a big difference. It's a big difference. The next one is sent in by Phantom Forum. Thank you for sending me in the child video, by the way, Vittori, because I feel like I understand him a lot more now, even though I guess it's not a matter of understanding him more, because like I guess it's just trying to see like his actual moves themselves are actually pretty cool. But I wonder, like, will we ever get him ourselves in the party? Because I think if we do get him, I think I would like to use him. He is a very cool, very, very cool, like, moveset. And the knives and blades themselves are really cool, too. Yeah, the next one is sent in by Phantom Vaporeon, and it is another music video. This one's called Yukin X Cross Maria Candenza Eve, lyrics, and what's changed the future. So usually these are like songs that we like. I think they usually have subtitles, so we can check it out here. By the way, I'm using my new microphone that I got, so you can tell me what you think it sounds like. There's going to be like some growing pains as usual because I'm not used to a microphone like pointing at me directly like this, like I'm doing a podcast or something. So I said to him, turn on Maria Candenza Eve. That's me talking to a podcast host. 1,000 words are proof over 1,000 times. I love when a song asks a question, to someone, I didn't run away, right? By the way, the idea of a clock not being able to turn back, how many times, do you know how many times something sad or tragic has happened in my life? And I think you guys might agree with this. And this song, it hit me in the heart there for a second, because there's so many times I've sat in my bed being like, closed my eyes tight and been like, maybe I can time travel. You know what I mean? Or like you go like, hey, if there is a God, let me do it once, and I'll never do it again. Yeah, the past can't be changed, unfortunately. If they said our song would bake into a past bake, I would have been into it even more, but it's actually really nice lyrics. The thing is, like, usually what happens with this is like, I saw someone recently describe like anime songs and like kind of Japanese songs like this as like being like almost over the top or whatever. But I think the reason why like a lot of like I always see like I think they were watching like the opening to like Full Alchemist Brother, the last opening to Full Alchemist Brother, and they're saying that it was too kind of like cheesy in a way. But I feel like people shouldn't shy away from having ballad like lyrics. I yearn for the strength to confront your weakness. This type of stuff. They shouldn't shy away from this stuff. Not every song has to be like, literal, because I think too many songs nowadays are like literal. Like instead of saying like I kept believing in connected hands, they'd be like, I always know that we will hold hands someday. You know what I mean? Or we always know that like we loved holding hands. I always believed in connected hands. It's such a cool lyric. And I like literal songs as well. Like I love like Phoebe Bridgers' Kyoto is great. It's great. Everything experience has granted us. yeah, like it's like ballad like lyrics are still amazing. Like, and I think also as well, if people like listen to a song like this and go, hey, this is like it's too much. It's like, man, like, you know, I feel like they're telling a story as well. And you could say the same thing about poetry. Like, this could be a poem, you know? Oh, that's awesome. That's really awesome. I hope you guys don't mind me using Rome React as a soapbox sometimes. By the way, the people that did the reaction, I love them. I love them to pieces. They're amazing. Great people. Obviously they have their own takes. Is that? Oh, I thought it was over for a second. 'Cause I was like, yeah, that does not seem over. The past cannot be changed, but the future can be. Is actually like just a great line. Because again, it is like it's more simple than people give credit for as well. But I think that like songs like this together and the inevitable pain we've accumulated, I'll hold out my arm. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, I don't know. I love this stuff because it sounds like good poetry. You know, it sounds like just good poetry when you're listening to it. We'll howl vividly at tomorrow. Same. That can be very difficult though. Like, man, this is why songs like this are important as well, because they give you some like inspiration to actually do stuff, you know, and actually move forward with things. Because like I'm a very static person when it comes to like life and stuff like that. I'm very easygoing. And so when I hear songs like this, it always makes me want to like do something. It always makes me want to go like, let's go and do something. You know, let's try change something. But like obviously it's not that simple. But yeah, thank you for sending in. The next video is by Felicious Felix, and it is Child's character demo. Child, a letter to Snezhnaya. Snezhnaya was his old girlfriend, by the way. See, I know Genshin lore.
Sister, I've been away for so long. I've almost forgotten the cold.
So yeah, his sister, his brother is back home in Snezhnaya too. You know he cares dearly about his family.
Though in Liyue, fuses of excitement can be found everywhere, just waiting for the right.
This dude's just going around killing people. He's like, I'm bored. Time for murder. Okay, child. Okay. Oh, the music as well. I think this is the only character who does stuff in this game as if someone is watching an anime of him. You know what I mean?
Come at me.
So sick. I can only imagine what it'd be like to like use him full time.
Not much of an
I think he would be great with Eula.
but enough for a sideshow, I guess.
Oh, look at that. The transitions as well. They care so much about the presentation of the characters and the introduction to the characters, you know what I mean? And everyone has a fair chance of being like looking cool. Every character demo I've seen, it's like every character looks cool.
If you were smart, you wouldn't charge into unknown danger. It'll be an easy victory, but I still won't hold back.
True. You don't hold back, and there's the letter again.
Your brother has just been taking care of some trivial matters here, really.
He's a toy maker.
But Tonya, rest assured. The future that Tsaritsa desires, the future the people of Snezhnaya desire, it will be had.
There you go. Yeah, no, he's like actually like one of the most surprising characters to me that like just like absolutely destroyed me out of nowhere. Like I really feel like I didn't really get. I'm very glad I got to know him. Is probably the best way to put it. I wasn't one of those people that kind of condemned him right away. I think I was someone who was very weary of Child. But like as time has gone on, he's become one of my more favorite characters. I put him in the top 10. You know, I would never do a tier list of Genshin characters because I feel like that would like take a lot of work because there's so many characters I haven't met, and also I feel like there's also like people would kill me. If I did, you know, I feel like I get a lot of bystanders coming into the video being like, so why is this character? Why is I'm trying to think of a character. Why is Xiangling at tier B and not A or S? And you're like, okay, dude, calm down. You'll be fine. You'll live. The next one is sent in by Alligator, and it's called Genshin Impact VA's Play Among Us 4. So this is a...
Well, introduce yourself.
I'm Koi.
Okay. This is actually really cute.
Prove it. I wanna play Minecraft.
Somebody said to let Ray know he's exposed the code.
Oh, Novelet's voice actor.
Bitch. My bean's name is Cock.
The amount of times of voice actors, though, especially male voice actors.
You're sharing Koi's beans.
And I'm,
There's Erica.
and I am unfortunately, I am the cook.
Cock. It's pronounced Hawk, actually.
Yeah, the male voice actors always like tend to like be like the girls like are so natural when they talk, and then like the male voice actors are always like, Frodo, all the blood.
Sorry, I forgot I pushed to talk.
See what I mean?
I have no idea what I'm doing in this game.
Did you do a murder, buddy?
That I definitely didn't do.
Okay, then Kel.
I was gonna accuse Paul. 'cause
This
it
is
was
really
funny,
adorable.
But now I think it's becoming a serious accusation.
That's really adorable. Yeah, like I always fight with male voice actors in like JRPGs and stuff like that, and like well, this is a Chinese game. You know what I mean? Like those type of games. What tends to happen is you have like the girls are or like maybe I don't want to say girls because like I don't know what gender they are, but like I will say that like the ones who play like Erica and all like that, they are so like used to like being like showmen almost like, and I feel like the boys are always like, they always talk like this. They're always like, every time you like, and at conventions are like, I really liked playing this character. And the girls are like, it was really good to play this character. It was awesome. It was so good. And then the boys are like, yeah, that's it. And maybe it is just because like, I don't know, like it's, I'm not trying to do like a gender stereotype or anything like that, but I think it's just like something I've observed. Especially since like I feel like, but then again, like you're talking about like voice actors like Erica Harlacher there, so it might just be like the experience edge because Erica's been doing this for years and has been doing it at the highest level possible. You can't, in terms of voice acting in JRPGs and anime games and things like that, you can't get much higher than Erica. Like she is there, she's at the high point. Which is great. So yeah, this is one of the videos sent in by Minu, and it is a 22-second video called Just Dan's Left Saying Sayu's Yahoo Art. Okay, let's go.
Sayu is the Shumatsuban's resident ninja and the last successor of the Yuhu.
This is Yuri Lowenthal, by the way. I love Sayu.
Yuhu art, then enters the Fufu wind wheel state, performs
Yes!
the Fufu whirlwind kick in the Fufu
She's
wind
awesome.
wheel state.
She's the best.
Additionally, Sayu performs another ninjutsu technique of the Yuhu art, Muji Muji Daruma, Muji Muji Daruma, Muji Muji Daruma, Muji.
Sayu, like by the way, yeah, Yuri Lowenthal, who again is another voice actor who is, and I think, yeah, I want to say that I think it is, experience is what I was looking for when I was talking about like why they're like actors, because I think it's, but I do notice that like it's usually like with the Genshin actors, especially like whenever I hear them, it's usually the boys going, okay, I play, and they're so like, I play child, you know, and all the girls being like, I play these 12 boys. Yeah, okay, you know, maybe people are getting confused what I'm saying. You guys will make more sense of what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that there's a clear difference sometimes whenever I hear these videos, and it might just be experience. It might just be experience. The next one is also sent to my menu, and it's called The Riptide, a Genshin AMV Tartaglia Child fan song. So, is there lyrics going to be on the screen? Because this is a fan song about child. And now we can turn on subtitles if that's what we need. There it is. It's funny, he's here to win the fight, but Child lost to me. Oh, there's the smile. Oh yeah, she's a really nice smile. I'm actually very, very happy that we got to see more of his story. And I'll just say it, other games wouldn't be brave enough, like, to put the characters that nearly committed one of the most horrible atrocities in Liyue history and let you learn more about him. Most games wouldn't do that. Most stories wouldn't do that. I don't want to be in a world where we can't have complicated characters. And when I say complicated, I mean like absolutely mentally effed characters that are really complicated. You know what I mean? I don't want to live in a world that we don't have that. Is that blood? Well, we did learn he did like fighting people. He loves fighting people. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, the constellations. The way they're doing this is really cool. Like the star constellations. You can kind of see where he's like kind of in pain here as well. They're doing a really good job of this, showing like he's like having to hide so much stuff, especially from his own brother. I think he likes people falling for him though. I think he's into it a little bit, right? Yeah, is that just me? I think he likes the idea of people falling for him sometimes. Kind of walking his own path now. But obviously he's very loyal to the Tsaritsa. At least to an extent, like things could change. That's my perception of it anyway. But they're doing a really good job of showing it here. Oh, there he is. Ah, there's a little boy. Tusser, right? Tusser? Tusser's a good boy. Tusser's a really good boy. I need to understand that. He's our good boy. It was such a fantastic. This was such a fantastic ending to the story as well. The way they animated here is really cool too. Like, how smart is it just be like, hey, we're gonna play hide and seek. Hide your eyes for a second. I'm gonna kill all these toys. The stuff we do for our family, though, man. You know, the stuff you can do for your family is beautiful. Again, I think he likes people falling for him. Yeah, I think they did capture him very well though, because I do think he's a showman. Like I said, there you go. It was really good. I think they captured him in a way that's like, hey, he's like, I feel like like I said, he's that one character that like is always like seems like he's in an anime himself. You know what I mean? He always feels like he is in an anime, or like, and he knows people are watching him. He knows people are watching him. And I always think that's excuse me. I always think that's a really good character trait, because it's funny. That was really nice. Thank you so much for sending in. The next video is sent in by Rainstorm Riddles, and it's a Danganronpa animatic PvP Cave Town. This is home. So let's check this out. This is a ukulele?
Often I'm upset that I cannot fall in
Oh my god, it's so
love,
cool.
but I guess
It's so cool.
it's avoids the stress of falling out of it.
I love the care that the fan base has for the series, that they make stuff like this. I love it.
Are you tired of me yet? I'm a little sick right now.
Oh god, that was a perfect frame to put on that.
Ready, I will fly us out of here.
I miss Danganronpa quite a bit. I do miss it.
Cut my hair.
Just one of the greatest franchises of all time.
You stare.
Really just one of the greatest franchises ever made. And like, you see all these characters here, like, and how like just them showing up like every frame, like, look at this. Like, genuinely makes you feel emotion.
Find a way to get us out of here.
Like, I miss being Makoto. I miss being Hajime. I miss being Kaede. You know? I miss being Shoichi. Shoichi. I guess we also miss other characters too. No. She was actually like, in my opinion, the second best protagonist in the series, I think, after Shuichi. I think Shuichi's the best protagonist in the series for sure. Oh, there's Celestia Lundberg, the one with the greatest dream of all time. That's what's so funny. Like, this game is like very like I remember having a discussion with someone in the comments one time a few months back about how like they said Danganronpa makes a joke out of death. They really don't. The bad characters make a joke out of death, but like people who from the outside series don't know, they take death so seriously in this game to the point that it is one of the most harrowing things in the world. And I think it says more about you if you think that it's all a joke, because like, yes, there is comedy in a lot of these things, but the deaths are taken so seriously in these games. Like, look at this. It's actually really, they're showing all the places. Oh no, the baseball hits and everything. Oh god, this is horrible to see. Like, can I just say outright to everyone that like, and this is them seeing the death of the survivor characters. That's really, really cool. A very cool interpretation of that. like they take the characters very seriously, and like this person said like, hey, well they joke about death all the time, and it's like, no, the people who joke about death, like whether it be Kokichi or whatever, this like they're meant to be joking about death because it's supposed to be really weird that they're joking about death. Oh, don't cry, don't be sad. And again, they're losing people they like. They grow attached to people. It's the whole intention. Oh, don't cry, Soda. You know what I mean? You grow attached to these characters. They grow attached to each other. And it's almost like a human nature thing, isn't it? Because you're like, oh, you just don't grow attached to people. It's like, it's so difficult. You know, as humans, oh, there's the boy, Kokichi. You're so used to, oh no, don't do this. Don't do, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I love Danganronpa so much that I would spend a day with Bakaru right now. I would spend a whole day with him. Danganronpa also got me through, taking off the hat was really cool too. Danganronpa has got me through some of the toughest times in my life. The lowest amount of survivors ever, right? For that game. In terms of like the mainline games, the 3 games. That was amazing. That was really, like, VivianArts.dr. I want to say that you have an unbelievably smart and honest and open interpretation of this game. I feel as though you get this game very, very well. In my opinion, you get this game incredibly well. Like, cause I do feel as though IMO that sometimes people don't what do I say? Like, again, people don't get how emotional Danganronpa can be, but it is emotional and it is freaking terrifyingly sad. Like, it is. And growing attached to characters can feel absolutely terrible. It really can. The next video is sent in by KoIS, and it is Genshin Impact Preludes. It's Tartaglia, character stories. Let's go.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Genshin Impact Prelude series.
So this guy's really good.
Before, this is a series all about the backstories of the playable characters in Genshin
This
Impact.
guy's really good.
I'll only be going into the stories on the character pages, so there may be potential story spoilers for some characters. This also means I won't be going into the manga or story unless their events are
You're not going into the
mentioned in
manga?
stories.
What
Also,
about the
if you
manga?
like
You
this
going
video,
into that?
Consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot and I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, today's video is all about Tartaglia, so sit back and relax as I read you his story.
Yeah, this guy's very good. This guy's very good.
Despite holding one of the most senior positions in the Fatui as one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, Child very much looks like the young adult that he still is. He is a wolf in sheep's clothing, however, for under the cheerful and confident appearance lies a deadly swordsman. He is the youngest among the Harbingers, but one of the most dangerous among their number. That said, Child doesn't seem to fit in well with the others. As a fighter first and foremost, he is quite at odds with this organization of deceit and treachery.
That's the thing. Like, he does seem very different from his own organization, doesn't he? Yeah.
As the youngest Harbinger in the history
Whoa.
of the Fatui, Child is hardly bound by convention and plays by his own rules accordingly. Though this lone wolf is not so well received by his peers and is also at odds with their methods, his cavalier demeanor hides a responsible watertight meticulousness. He is a proud man of his word. Even if the promise he makes is absurd, he will never
I get that vibe. I get the vibe. I mean, look what he's done with his brother as well. And what else, in fairness? Like, he hasn't really betrayed us. Like, he's followed us, but he didn't say he wasn't going to follow us.
The territory of a nobleman. He not only keeps his promises, but does so with finesse and surgical precision. As the Harbinger's vanguard, Child always appears in the vulnerable underbellies of Snezhnaya's enemy states, striking as a conflict is about to erupt.
So he's like that person that only starts. You only see when the drama starts. When the drama starts, that friend. I'm here.
Tartaglia has been on the battlefield since he was 14
Jesus
years
Christ.
Old. Oddly enough, at that young age, he already seemed to be a skilled slaughterer with mastery of many forms of martial arts. But more terrifying than his skill in combat was his passion for it. Perilous battles would only excite him, and terrifying foes would exhilarate him all the more. Child's arrogance and conceit are derived from honing himself across countless battles, and from unmatched combat experience. On the other hand, because they fret about the way his quarrelsome personality tends to invite unwanted trouble, the other Harbingers constantly try to get him sent on missions to places as far from Shesnaya as possible, so that they can avoid the fallout. This man is incomprehensibly ever in the eye of the storm, and these unusual experiences have also made him quite the show-off.
This is what I was saying. I actually think that he is kind of like someone who believes he is like in like his own anime.
To keep a low profile, Tartaglia will often go to watch public
Yeah.
performances, occasionally even becoming part of the
I mean, he
show
saved
himself.
us publicly.
Ice fishing has been one of Tartaglia's hobbies since childhood. In those days, he was known neither by the names Tartaglia nor Child, as the Fatui call him, but as Ajax, named by his father after some hero's tale. He and his father would cut holes open upon frozen lakes before sitting beside them and tending to their fishing lines. This was no easy task and would sometimes take the entire morning. But whether it was chiseling away at the thick ice or the long waits in between catches, he was always accompanied by his father's unending tales of adventure. These were stories of his father's adventures from when he was young, and they became the future that Tartaglia secretly envisioned for himself. So he would pay close attention, putting himself into the shoes of the protagonists of those tales, immersing himself fully in them, even as they waited for a fish to bite. Even after leaving home, Ajax, later to be known as Child Tartaglia, would keep up that hobby of his. No longer accompanied by the stories of bygone days, fishing instead became an opportunity to train, to hone his endurance, and reflect on combat techniques. Such long periods of meditation to refine his skills swiftly relegated the question of a successful catch to irrelevance.
Oh, an ad for Domino Stories. Is it about... Hi, I'm Julie Kruger. I'm the digital printing demonstrator and sample technician. How are you, Julie? I hope you're doing good. Your glasses are really nice.
Rest of the world may think, Tartaglia was not born with his exceptional skills in battle, but he would never speak to anyone about that critical, fateful encounter of his. When he was 14, he fled his monotonous life at home with nothing but a short sword and a bag of bread in hand.
A bag of bread.
The 14-year-old boy got lost in the snowy forest. Pursued by bears and wolf packs, he lost his footing and fell into a bottomless crack in the Earth's surface. There, he witnessed the endless possibilities of another ancient world. There he would meet a mysterious swordswoman. Or perhaps one should say that this dark realm had sensed the burning ambition in the boy's heart. This darkness was something that Harbinger Child could never again delve into. In those 3 months, the swordswoman taught Tartaglia how to pass through the abyss unhindered, and more importantly, nurtured the ability to stir up endless havoc from within Ajax's trouble-mongering nature.
So he's learning so much, and it kind of makes a lot of sense, but also, like, I would not have been able to do that
speak of this to anyone.
at his young age.
When his worried mother and sisters finally found him in that forest, only 3 days had passed in this world. Thus did Ajax's first adventure end, with his now rusty short sword in hand. This would mark the end of his youth. And the
So, like,
beginning of
one
his
major...
days
Yeah,
as
like,
a
that,
warrior.
honestly, like, 3 days alone at the age of, like, what, 14? Pretty crazy.
By the time he returned home, the young man was no longer the same. He was no longer frightened and hesitant, but had become frivolous and confident.
It seems that Child or Tartaglia or whatever, it seems he's actually, like, a lot more... Like, there's a lot more to him than I thought. But not only that, but I think he's, like, still in those phases where he's trying to get out of that overconfidence, but I think he's kind of, like, made it his own, where it's not detrimental anymore, and he's not, like, thinking that the battle is only for him. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Or perhaps it would be more accurate to say that Ajax had become a nexus of strife, for no matter where he went, fights and squabbles would follow, and he reveled.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Ultimately, after a huge brawl that was pacified with some difficulty and with some near-fatal misses, his father had no choice but to hand his beloved son over for conscription into the Fatui. He hoped that the strict military training of the Fatui could hone his son's temper, but wound up watching fully armed troops get the stuffing beaten out of them by a mere child. This was a great disappointment to his father.
Because that's the thing as well, like, you know, like, if you're trying to draft people, you know, you find that someone who's so young and so moldable, who's already beating a bunch of soldiers, easily a pickup.
Discord. Pulcinella inducted Ajax into the Fatui under the pretext of meting out punishment, ordering him to start from the bottom and take up the duty of serving the Tsaritsa. His insatiable desire for conquest would thus be constantly satisfied in fighting for the Fatui, and his ever-burgeoning ego would gorge upon the elation of vanquishing mighty foes. Until at last, Ajax was chosen to be one of the Fatui Harbingers, donning the mantle of Child Tartaglia.
So he became a harbinger and then took the name Child. He probably said this, but like this is stuff that like always goes over my head sometimes.
Far from his end goal.
That's actually pretty cool that they have to like take on a name. I didn't even know that.
This was but a tiny step in his journey.
Tartaglia's letters to home. So this is actually something I'm actually very interested in, to see more of information about how he saw his home.
Sister, are you all keeping well at home? Has the old man's headache gotten any better?
So he like, yeah, he like, you know, advancing in life but still caring about his family.
From Liyue Harbor. It's very effective and will probably keep him from nagging for a while.
There's some good medicine there.
It should reach you after a few days. Apart from our father's affairs, I naturally haven't forgotten about gifts for you all. This letter should come with 2 kites from Liyue, a rattle drum, 2 porcelain dolls from Inazuma, and a crate full of various snacks. And please break it to Anton that the residents of Liyue are just boring old ordinary humans like us. They're not made of stone, and they don't even eat stones. Do not fret for my sake, Tonya, and refrain from making trouble for anyone at home. I'll be home soon. When I have seized the 7 stars of Liyue and laid them at the feet of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, I will take the first ship home, just as
So once he's finished that mission, he's saying, hell, come on.
I always keep my promises. Yours faithfully, your loyal
But he wants to complete this mission. And I think it is for himself. Delusion? Nah. Nah.
Tartaglia's delusion is his old badge of honor and the proof of his strength.
No delusion there.
He still remembers with perfect clarity the day when he received his delusion and ascended to become a member of the Harbingers. As he stood before the cold, stern Tsaritsa, the jester, the very first of the Fatui, personally pinned this insignia onto him. It was his reward.
That is going to give you a big ego, isn't it?
And a memento of countless battles. But it was not this that brought Tartaglia joy, for his honor is the natural reward of the warrior. Nor did he pay any mind to the odd looks his new colleagues gave him, for the opinions and bellyaches of others meant nothing to him. The sight of the Tsaritsa on her lofty throne alone stirred the young man's heart with respect and admiration, not merely because she opened the way for him to find an abundance of looming battles, but also because of the way she looked upon him.
So we kind of got this vibe from the game as well, that he does have a loyalty to the Tsaritsa. Like, even if it's like somewhat like, you know, we still love this guy a lot, but there still is this like, I feel like there is a loyalty to the Fatui as well, if that makes sense.
Fealty to the one and only Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya. And those are all of Tartaglia's stories.
That's it?
He is a big part of the Liyue arc quests.
100%. Well, a massive part of it.
Becoming a weekly boss. He also has his own story quest for travelers to enjoy.
I hope we do that story quest someday, and I hope that we fall in love with him during that story quest.
Wonderful day, and I'll see
Hopefully involves his little brother. Thank you for making this. This guy's very good at what he does. This guy's very good. It's the Silicon 1 for only 21,000 subscribers. We're very close. I thought you'd be way bigger than me even. And it's only like, guys, this only has like 400 views, which is still, it's good. It's very good for, especially for the subscriber, because, you know, the ratio, because it's actually very good. I'm not trying to be like, oh, digital, like I just thought they'd be like hundreds of thousands. This is a very, very good video. Thank you for saying NKOS. I thought that was very good anyway. I thought that was extremely good. Especially to learn more about our boy Child. And Child is a character that like I think learning more about his backstory, like, you know, it just makes me like fall in love with him a bit more. Especially since, like, you know, like my interpretation of him is backed up by a lot of information in this too, which is also nice, which is very, very nice. The next video is sent in by Nightmare444, and it is the Undertale the musical. This is interesting. I didn't know there was a musical. So it's like, okay, again, like, crazy this fan stuff. And again, I know Undertale, like, the fan base is so creative, so. Yeah.
One day soon, freedom shall ring.
So is this like, who's singing this? Because like they must have had to get like a bunch of YouTube singers, because this actually sounds really good.
Once my home. Now there's nothing here but tears and memories.
Adapted from For Lady? What's that? I love a good musical though. I really do. Cinderella's Castle by Star Kids coming out not very soon. It's gonna take a while to make, but like it's exciting to me. Like I just recently watched Nerdy Prudes Must Die, which is very good too. So is this like, when it says adapted for a lady, is this like literally like a bunch of different songs meshed together? That like into a timeline, I wonder? Super cool. Yeah, this is really sweet. This is really sweet. I think the way, like, in the back as well, the way the main character's like throwing up the hand like that. Yeah, like it's really because like I'm trying to like listen to the lyrics a lot as well with this, because like I don't like it. It seems like it is just something that like I've like is meshed together, but it's really beautiful. Oh, with the music as well in the background, I just realized what the tune was. I'm an idiot. The way they did that was really good. Beautiful, beautiful voice as well. Yeah, man, the amount of times I cried over Undertale, it has to be documented. Absolutely documented. Yeah, the voice is beautiful. Oh, whoa. That's like how you get someone in the heart as well, by the way. I thought they were going into a whole different, like, part of the song. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So this is the thing as well, like 100% against the humans, always on the monster side. You know what I mean? I know that like it's difficult like to like side with them, because they all try to kill you unless you like try to spare them. But they have a very good reason to want to kill the. Oh my god, no! They know more about love than the humans do. Factually so. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. They know more about love than all of us. Oh god, stop. Stop this. Howdy. Howdy. Oh my god, that's so bad. I'm gonna cry. What the hell? Yeah, and like you can understand the anger and frustration that like we went into a broken world with these monsters. A broken world, and like our character tries to fix it piece by piece, but it's so hard. It's so hard. That's why you need Deltarune too. You need Deltarune also, I should say. And then again, it's Heartache that like really promotes a lot of this. Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. They did a really good job with this. I will. I'll do what I want. Well, it's not like I want it. And it is like a very much a cycle of like what we tried to prevent, I guess, was much a cycle of like violence, which is always bad. It's always bad. You know what I mean? I will always be against the cycle of violence. Undertale the musical. Wow, that was actually really well done. There's the music by Toby Fox. So let's see, Daniel Warner. Oh, there's a load of different actors and artists. There's the Patreon. Can you spare $1? Yeah, so this video will be in the description below, by the way. Be a very good interpretation of yourself here. There's the patrons.
Oh, hello there.
Hey.
Thank you for watching
No problem.
this video all the way
No
through.
problem.
I hope you found it as much of a treat as I did. If you would like to listen to more, then please subscribe. That way you can get notified when
But as has Mercy, Asgore.
Oh, and if you see Tori out, could you please tell her to come
Oh
back?
God.
I miss her. Even one simple note would do. I'm sorry. I suppose that imposes on you quite a bit.
So they have other stuff here like Fall Guys Survive the Fall with lyrics. They have Undertale the musical in order. So there's a bunch of like songs. Oh, so there's a bunch of like songs you have melded together. Okay. That's really, really cool. And that's from Man on the Internet. Man on the Internet is the name of the series itself. Yeah, that's unbelievably cool. Unbelievably cool. And I thank you for sending in, Nightmare. Thank you so much for sending in. That was actually really beautiful. Although, I think it's happened one too many times on this channel, and it's very funny to me. I think the aim of this channel sometimes is like, and I hear people chatting about it. I see people in the comments going, can't wait for Calvin to cry in 2 episodes. And you're like, you want me to cry? And like, yeah. And like, here's the thing. I understand that like the wanting someone to cry doesn't come from a hatred for the YouTuber. It comes from a love for the YouTuber and wanting you to relate to the YouTuber and the person who's making the videos. Because like, and for me, like when I watch like, I'm trying to think of a channel that I watched, like LM Reactions, for example. Like one of the things that's happened to me several times before is I've watched an anime. I haven't cried watching the anime. Sometimes I do watch, but I'm saying talking about just as a specific example. I'll cry watching the anime, and then like, or I won't cry watching the anime. Then I'll watch LM Reactions watch it, and they'll start crying. Then I'll start crying, and it's like this really nice feeling of like, you know, you kind of almost feel like this human interaction without even having to go outside. It's nice. It's very nice. The next one's sent in by Malcolm Condé, and it is Tartagula singing and dancing Rasputin. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Oh. Wait, is that Scaramouche and Signora? Signora looks awkward dancing. Scaramouche looks pretty normal. Oh no, there's lyrics. No. So like, I wonder like are Scaramouche and child friends? No. Are they friends? I think it's just because he's tall. This is so like, again, this is one of those things that like I always like say like, you know, the fan base taking the time to do this is crazy. No, you don't. You wish yourself glorious victory. I wonder if like in the future there's gonna be a story where we're gonna have to deal with this boy again. Oh, it's AFK Journey. I wonder if there's gonna be a situation in the future that like we're gonna have to deal with Child again in a way that like is more serious. Because I feel like it's like for me, I don't know where the story leads in the future, and I don't want to know. But I do feel like we're leading towards the story of eventually we're gonna have to fight members of the Fatui again, and we're gonna have to fight Signora again. We're gonna have to meet these characters again. And I really feel as though there's going to be a moment where we try to fight the Tsaritsa or something, and Child is going to come in and be like, sorry, I got to do this, and it's going to break my heart. At least that's the way I feel it's going to go down. I could be wrong. And you know what? I say I could be wrong, but I'd love for it to happen, even if it would break my heart. You know what I mean? It's one of those moments that would break your heart, but you'd love for it to happen. Thank you for sending it in, Malcolm. The next video is sent in by Death Trap, and it is Cat Jean's Holiday Genshin Impact. So it's a little Genshin Impact joke. Oh, she became a cat? Oh my god, yeah, feed the dead fish, the exploded fish. Absolutely dorkly. Oh, was that a bomb? Lisa. Lisa's the best. The Mondstadt crew is still so great. Yeah, she's dreaming about having a break. Oh, her eyes are so tired still. Yeah, work, she has to work. Finished work. So who finished work for her? So Amber and Kaya. You know what's so funny? Like, I love that, but also, like, I think that with her personality, if they finished all the work for her, I genuinely believe that after they finished all the work for her, she would still find some other work to do. She is a workaholic. And it sometimes can be bad, but sometimes it can be good. But I really feel like in her case, like, it's a mixture of both. The next video is sent in by Anusta, and it is the character demo for Xiao Doombane. So Xiao is a character. You guys know that when I play Genshin, I don't really know Xiao. Like, I don't think I've ever used him even once. Like, you wouldn't catch me lamenting. Ever. This is my boy. This is my boy. By boy, I mean, like, ancient being. Ancient Adeptus.
These are matters for Adepti. Stay out of my way.
Like, I really want to see more of his vicious side. I really do. Because, like, he has it in him. We hear his voice lines all the time. He has it in him. Yes, he's our sweet little boy. But also, I really feel like he also is his vicious character. And look at this stuff here. His... Insignificant. You're insignificant. His moves are so sick. They're so sick. And his movement is really all about brutality as well. Like, it is like, it's very finesse-like. It's very finessed. It's very beautiful, like you can see here. But, like, even in this scene, I feel like they used the right music here because he is really brutal. Oh, yeah, get up off your knees. You okay, buddy? Wait, what? Man, they care so much about their characters to do stuff like this. Look at this. What does this mean? So does he feel pain after he kills someone? Oh, lament. Oh, up to the moon. Up to the goddamn moon. Honestly, Xiao, I think like when I'm changing his character around again, I know we put critical hits on him. I want to put more energy recharge on him because like the lament is like the most powerful thing in the world. It's so powerful for me. That was really freaking cool. I love Xiao so much. I love Xiao. Probably my favorite character in Genshin. And by probably, I mean actually my favorite. So the next video is sent in by Arcadia Pride, and it is a cooking video, I believe. Now, I actually do cook quite a bit. Some weeks like I don't cook as much. Like say if there's weeks like and depending on the day as well, Usually Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, it's much harder to cook because they're the longest recording days, I think, when it comes to videos. Like they're the longest. Every day, we record videos every day, but those are the longest recording days. Saturday and Sunday, if you want to know, are the least amount of time I spend recording, because usually I only have like 1 or 2 videos to record. On the Saturday, for example, I'll record the Let's Play video at 11 o'clock. On a Sunday, I'll record on Sunday, I will record the Let's Play video and the Monday video. So the less stuff to do on that day. So the next video is sent by Arcadia Pride, and it is Genshin Impact Child Tartaglia Special, a prize catch. Let's check this out here. I do like cooking, and I also wanted to make a sticky honey roast on the channel one day with my grandmother. I'm pretty sure she'd want to do it. I think it'd be really funny. Oh my god, octopus? I've never had octopus or squid or whatever it is. Jesus Christ, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Oh my god, oh, it looks so good. And the oil does, like, the broth doesn't look too clean as well. You know, sometimes broth can be too clean. It's like, So chop up the ginger. Oh, look at them. They're chopping up the ginger pretty well. Mind your fingers. Mind your fingers. Garlic. Oh my god. My dad does not like garlic. He's said on... I'm glad this person has the same problem I have when chopping garlic. It always sticks to the knife for me. But yeah, like, I totally understand a lot of people don't like garlic. Oh, that looks like a good onion. Onions look so good, and like, you know, like onion, garlic, man. Always like adding that to your meals. You are, you know, it's almost like a cheat, isn't it? Even though it's like not a cheat, it's like meant to make the food taste really good, but it's almost like a little cheat. Adding garlic and onion to your meals, because usually it's like, okay, like at least we have that flavor in it, and it'll taste good. So they chopped up the onions in 2 ways. They're making up the shrimp here. Ugh. Oh my god, no! Wait, crab's not alive, is it? They're like emptying him out, which is crazy. I'm afraid of sea monsters, by the way. Of crabs and stuff like that. So that's just the only reason. Wait, that's a beautiful pot. You're boiling it? Oh, I guess to boil it, make like broth or something. That's a really cool. They're really cool tongs, by the way. Put in that ginger right now. Fishbone. Put in the fishbone. So they're making a broth of some kind, I'm guessing, is what they're making. Oh! That's a full fish right there. You're stirring it with a sieve? I mean, okay. Yeah, it's starting to get very brothy, isn't it? Olive oil. Again, that's a beautiful pan. That's a beautiful pan. Parsley. Onion. Ooh, red chilies. And some ginger as well. Now, the squid looks delicious to me, but also I don't think I'll be able to do it. Crushed tomato is always a good option. It just looks really good though. Like, but I don't know if I'd be able to eat it just because like it's just something about like sea creatures. Sand removal of clams. Wait, what? What do you mean sand removal of the clams? You remove the sand from the clams, or there's sand in the clams? Oh, it opens the clams up. Oh. Genius, I think. What are you adding to it? The broth? Oh, so good. Oh my god, what are you adding now to this? That's a crab again. Someone should add my legs to a dish. Tastes like fear and regret. Oh, nice. Yeah, peppers. Love a bit of peppers. Love a bit of lemon. Lemon came from Baghdad, I believe. Is where they originated from. Or where they were brought here, I suppose. Oh, right now B&Q. Right now B&Q. 20% off kitchens. You spend $3,000. That's actually not bad for a kitchen. $3,000. 3,000 euro, I should say. It's not bad for a kitchen, is it? I have to mute the freaking ads because, like, genuinely, I'm not even joking. Like, they copyright their freaking audio for their ads. It's so weird. It's like, man, don't you want more people to see your ad? Don't you want more people to see it? Oh, you're making a little, oh, they're making the actual bowl from the game. Nice. The clam makes me feel weird, man. It makes me feel so weird. And the shrimp, whatever. You know, you know, shrimp doesn't look too weird to me. Nice. They did a good job. They did a really good job. Morty Kitchen. Yeah, I love the way the actual like broth looks because like it's not clean. You know, it's clean, but it's not dirty. But you mean it's, you know what I mean? It's not like really like picturesque perfect. You can see the oil droplets in it and stuff like that. And it's like you can see all the like the juices in it. That's one of the big issues, like, you know, and there's nothing wrong with making getting pre-made meals, is that sometimes, like, you know, you don't have the filthiness of it, you know? That's a... That's such a sick hoodie. The handsome Tartaglia.
ではまず美味しそうなスープから試していきます。海鮮のいい匂いがしますね。味の方は
Let's see how it tastes.
うわ、新鮮。
That's what we want to hear. The depth of flavor.
もうちょっといきます。うん、新鮮で美味しい。大好きなタコです。
Your favorite octopus? You have different types of octopus you like? But then again, like, it is like, I'm guessing it is like a different culture thing because we would not have this over here at all. So you take off the shell of the shrimp? How is it? Okay. Oh, I can't. That just looks pretty good. I think I'm making just fish and chips later, with some mushy peas. So like I'm like, oh, that was awesome. That was really freaking cool. Yeah, like I like cooking, to be honest. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's very therapeutic. So, and like I said, some weeks I don't like cooking. Some weeks I love cooking. And like what I mean with that is like some days, some weeks, like it's like, you know, if you ever get sad or something, and that happens to some people during like, you know, like whether like you get sad one week or sad the next week or you're not sad the other week. So, you know, some weeks I'm like, oh, I just get up and go attitude and I'll cook all the freaking time. And then some days I'm like, oh, I'll just buy a pizza. You know what I mean? I'll buy a pizza from the store. You know? There's nothing wrong with buying a pizza from the store. But I just feel like, you know, some days I just don't have like the overall energy to buy, to cook. You know what I mean? And like some days I feel that so badly, you know? Sometimes I feel that so badly. Hope that didn't sound weird. Some weeks, you know, it's just too much to cook. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to my grandmother and see if she would like to make a sticky honey roast with me. I think that'd be really funny. And no promises, because I don't want to promise anything that not happen like for 3 years. But I think that might be fun. So I almost played a video that I forgot to say who sent it in. This is sent in by Yuld, and it is 2 birds, Genshin Impact animatic. Let's go. 2 birds on a wire. Oh, it's Kaya. Yeah, they said this is to do with Kaya and Diluc. Every time they pop up again, it's always a very good thing, but I hope we learn more about them as time goes on. So they pretty much grew up together, I guess is what we're getting here from this. It's beautiful art, by the way. I love the art style of this. It's absolutely gorgeous. The music's really great too. So like there was a separation between the two of them. Obviously one of them became a Knight of Avonius. The other one was like, oh yeah, there's the crack glass. There we go. Very good interpretation. And Diluc obviously is very much against the Knights of Avonius. This is so, like, look where they draw the sword as well within the shine of the fire as well. Their interpretation of Diluc is so different from what I'd see Diluc as, but I think it's really cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, the art style. Diluc looks very serious here. To me, he's like a little baby who can kill you. Yeah, it's very sweet. It's very sweet. And like, I understand that like I'm not going to understand absolutely everything going on because we still have to get more into the story, but I do think this is like what we've learned so far about them does hold true in this video. And I always can appreciate the art style. That's all it's over. It's gorgeous. It was really gorgeous. There's all the credits as well. Make sure you put your credits enough so I can always see them. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like, you know, I have no problem showing off the credits of these videos. I'm very, very happy to do that. Very, very happy to do that. I got a comment a while back saying that just be careful what you subscribe to because you will get recommended videos and stuff like that. That will be like Genshin videos. I have 2 different accounts. This account is for YouTube and stuff like that, and my other account is for my like TV. I think it's the best way to do YouTube because again, like you said, you know, you're gonna be looking up stuff like trailers and stuff I guess to react to and Nintendo Directs and stuff like that. So on my actual YouTube watching account, I never get stuff like that. But yeah, like I really loved that video. I really loved it. And again, it's just for like, you know, the art style. I love also like the fact that they have the different interpretation of Diluc that I had as well. The next video sent in by Dodo Dan and as Quetzalcoatl challenging Tyrannosaurus prehistoric planet. This looks like it's live action, man. Dodo Dan. Is this PS6? This is PS6 This must be the PS6 version of Monster Hunter. Oh no, it's like the freaking David Attenborough style.
North America's top predator. With his 6-inch long teeth, tearing through an Alamosaur's tough skin is not a problem.
So this is actually like, again, like the bounds of creativeness, you know what I mean? Or the bonds, or I guess they know no bounds is what I'm saying.
As big as this soon attracts more formidable competition. Quetzalcoatlus, a giant pterosaur.
It's actually pretty sick though.
One of the few creatures that will challenge an adult to...
And you challenge him. You show him who's boss. You get him. You get this mother ever. You get him, yeah.
One strike from its 6-foot-long beak could easily cost T-Rex...
Yeah, get him. Get the T-Rex. Kill him.
Even so, it seems that he's not...
Yeah, poke him. Poke him in the eye. Yeah, he's like, come over here. It's better. Fight over here.
But the arrival of a
Oh, no, it's a different one.
Quetzalcoatlus
Yeah.
changes...
Yeah, you're about to get goddamn squawked. You're gonna get squawked. Get him. Get him.
After all, 2 beaks...
Yeah, kill him.
...than one.
Murder this T-Rex. Murder him. Get him. Yeah, squawk him. Yeah, come on. Get it. Look, get him. Squawk him. Squawk him. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, you get him. That means F you. Oh, that means your mother. Get him. Get him. This is actually pretty sick though. I'm not trying to make it like I am definitely making jokes, but it's also like pretty impressive how they did this. I'm just rooting for my boys.
For T-Rex, this is now too
Yeah, run away.
dangerous.
That's right. This is
Some fights just aren't worth the risk.
I love that. I love that they're just like, yeah, we'll take this.
The flying giants have won.
Oh my god.
They quickly eat all they can.
T-Rex, man, you got bodied.
But T-Rex will almost certainly be back to claim his share. Once his flying rivals...
That's depressing. He's hiding behind a tree going, you done? You guys finished eating yet?
Go away! We're not finished eating. We'll never be finished eating.
You guys finished eating yet?
No!
Okay, I'll wait over here.
Hey! We can still see your ugly face.
No, I'm just not my face. This next video is sent in by Leah. Thank you for that, Donatan. Next video is sent in by Leah and his Genshin Forget meme. Oh. Oh, look at Xiao. Oh my god, look at Xiao. This sounds really good. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm bopping. Oh, the way they do the cooking? Oh, that's really cool. Ganyu as well. They should make a Genshin anime. And it's just about Xiao. Man, the amount of, like, that's the thing. That music sounds amazing. The art was absolutely incredible. The amount of, that's it. But the amount of work that takes for just 42 seconds, it's incredible. Like, all the artists in this video have been absolutely incredible. And the amount of work it does take is actually so impressive. And we have to give it up to them so badly. We have to give it up for them. And the next video is sent in by Solvix. Thank you for that video, by the way. The next video is sent in by Solvix, and it is Pula Magi Madoka Magica the movie beginnings eternal OPs. This is an OP for an anime. Let's take a look. For me, like, anime openings like get me hype up for the thing, and like that's one of the things I don't like about the Xbox so far. I love the Xbox, but the one thing I'm using with the Xbox is quick resume. It's like, man, sometimes I just want to see the opening of the game again. You know, the opening song for an anime game. It gets me hyped to play the game. Cool art style. And the thing is, like, maybe it's just because I draw a lot now, or I still draw quite a bit, or I always drew, and I try to develop my own art style. Developing an art style is so difficult. Once you do like it, you know, it makes you like feel so good. And hearing people compliment my art style always makes you feel good. Oh, look at that. Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. It's a baby. So there seems to be a very like big emphasis on time here. Like, and this and how you spend that time. I could be wrong though. Oh wow, gorgeous. Oh, this is really cool. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anime openings that have roll calls of characters. This one, that one. Oh, it was good. Man, you're a cat. You're children, not cats. It's really cool looking. Oh man, an endless scape. This is always good in any show, any game. Endless scape of sky and water, amazing. Because it can symbolize so much. It's an endless possibility of symbolization. This is really cool. And like, you know what's so funny? Like, it's always like different levels of how people are into anime, right? It's always like different levels of how much people are into anime. And the reason I say that is because my friends see me as being crazy into like the anime guy. They see me as the guy who is seriously into anime in my friend group of people. So they come to me and they ask me like, is this anime good? Is this anime good? But like, what's so funny about me is that like yes, I watch the most anime out of any one of my friends. I watch the most anime. Well, let's just be honest here. I watch the most amount of anime out of any one of my friends. But the hilarious thing about that is, if I was with another person who watched anime as much as other people do, as much as like real big anime fans do, you'd find that like I don't actually watch it as much as like I watch the anime I like, and to me, like, I'm more of an anime turn-offer, if that makes sense. Like, I'll watch the first episode of an anime, and if it doesn't move me in the first, like, 10 minutes, I'm just like, okay, I'm sorry, I can't. And when I say move me, I'm not just talking about, like, the story. I'm talking about, like, art style. I'm talking about voice acting. I'm talking about music, the way it's presented. Like, to me, like, if when I watched Monster for the first time, from the first second, it drugged me in, and I was like, okay, I want this. It dragged me in. I want to continue this. When you watch, and people say, it's too mainstream now. When you watch Attack on Titan for the first time, the way they narrate the opening of that scene, the way like they show like violence so quickly, but they also show the quiet aspects of the world, meant so much to me as well. So like, yeah, I know I'm into anime, but like in a sense that like I always like will like pick and choose very carefully what I watch. That makes it sound like I'm a better anime fan. I'm just mean that like I'm impatient is probably the better way to put it. So like I'm gonna watch this and not this. I'm not as well versed in anime as other people. I don't mean to make myself sound like I'm like an elitist anime watcher. You know what I mean? This next one is sent in by Redacted, and it is a perfect song fiction by Smoothie, and it is MKA Robbins P. Circus minus P. So this is a Vocaloid song again, I'm guessing? Kind of. I love the neon pink blood, by the way, because it means that like we can monetize every Danganronpa video. But see, that's the thing as well that happens quite a bit. It's always horrible, man. It's always horrible. That's what happens in Danganronpa. It's the realism of death like breaks the pure fantasy that we have, especially with the friendships that we make, you know what I mean? And Smoothie, like, is one of my most like hated characters, but at the same time I love her as a character, you know what I mean? Like she frustrates me because of what she did in that game, you know what I mean? The fact that Smoothie also joined this as well, like when she knew what was going on, she was just trying to stir shite. Yep, there it is. There it is. That's such a good way of putting it as well. Without warning, like it just like grabs onto you. You know, the threat of violence, the threat of what's happening in this world. Yeah, it continually snaps you back into it. Oh, this is pretty cool too. That's the thing though. Like we talked about like how I do feel like Smoothie is not like is an accomplice more than like actually being a mastermind, because like she, although was the mastermind, 100% was the mastermind, wasn't as much like really the main mastermind in my opinion. And this is like such like, oh look how whatever, like it was the people watching, man. Like as soon as she lost the people watching, she had nothing. This isn't our girl. That's Smoothie as our girl. You know what I mean? I always remember this. I always have to remember this. Every time I see, you know, our girl, I'm like, no. It was such a cool scene as well. 53. Yeah, we were playing Danganronpa 53 the whole time, guys. Probably one of like the most like unceremonious deaths in the history of the franchise too, I'd say. One of the most unceremonious deaths that deserve to happen, I think. Not deserve to happen, that sounds bad, but I mean more just like, thank God. The last video sent in, thank you so much, Redacted. The last video sent in by Silver Waters, and it is a dramatic irony, Honkai Star Rail, the Kafka trailer. So man, Honkai Star Rail. Let me just say this right now. I'm super excited about getting into this game eventually, and the idea is genuinely that we're going to probably like start playing it at some point this year. I know it's not as long, so it might be a good idea to play the game and then like catch up and then do all the updates after that. Is that probably a smart thing to do?
Don't be afraid. Listen to me.
But there's so many Let's Play games that we have to play on the side. You know what I mean? I feel like there's, you know, if we're committing to this game, it's going to be a gigantic commitment. Really cool characters. Oh my god, like breaking into museums. Like, how is she able to do this? Using the rose petals as well?
The silk is too fragile.
Something so sensually murderous about rose petals, right?
Unless you're more fragile than the silk.
Fragile.
Case in point.
She's sick. She is sick. Oh my god! She's got a gun! This is so sick. And the sword as well looks really cool too. Like, I used to be not a big fan of guns in like in my guns in my anime type things, but then like, you know, like I think like they're more cool than ever, you know what I mean? Especially since like when you have guns that don't like always kill the enemy, you know, they're just kind of used for support. That's so sick. The outfit's really sick too.
Stealing a glance.
What's she stealing?
Now then, where are you hiding?
Oh.
Sooner or later, the
Oh my.
curtain
Okay.
will fall.
Okay.
As for the ending,
Jesus.
wanna take a guess?
Whole lot of dams. I don't care what is said. If a pretty person comes up to me, what's my answer? My answer is if a pretty person came up and put their freaking heel, like right up against my head while I was sitting on the floor, all of a sudden I'd ring would manifest in my pocket to marry them. That's what would happen. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Roma Reacts. I hope everything was okay with the audio and all that. We're going to see if the audio is okay. It's a whole new world. But also at the same time, guys, you're not supposed to say this during a video because it's a old Regis Philbin thing, and I always agree with it. You do not say if you're sick or if you're hurt. You just go on with the show because people have paid money to get entertained and stuff like that. I know you might see like that's unhealthy. I assure you, if I am very sick, I will not do a video. But like, I have a toothache today, man, and it's really freaking annoying. So I hope that didn't affect the video too much either, guys. But thank you so much to TieFlyer2, Jamie Bull, Jan the Banana, Normal Cara, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yuled, Radish, Poke Girl, Cheddar, Fruity, Orange Bang, Summer Oasis, Death Trap, Anusta, Ciabatta Bread, and Malcolm Conde for all of the support on all the series. It's incredible. It's incredible that I get to do this every week. It's an exciting prospect that we get to do this every single week. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video as I did. If you want to do this, as I said, you just have to subscribe to the second lowest tier on my Patreon. And we'll watch whatever videos you want us to watch. There's videos. The only videos I will not watch is videos of Care Bears because I have a rivalry going on with them. They said I look like a weirdo, and I told them that they looked like Care Bears, and they were like, that's a bad insult. And I said, well, you know what, you're a bad insult, so let's not deal with this right now. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys hopefully tonight for the next video of Life is Strange.